See if this is working. Aini kind of knows the cue now. When I'm sitting in front of her, she knows to walk away and get her bone and get her own entertainment. So tonight we're gonna need a strap or a belt, a towel, preferably like a bath towel, beach towel, something like that. And then if you have this magical ball, we might use some of the smaller ones if you have those, but let's see. Here we go. Okay. Hope everyone had a good Wednesday. I just got stuck in the rain again, but luckily it was warm rain this time. So the poll, excuse me, the poll on Instagram was a little bit half and half with lower back and neck. So what we're gonna do tonight is some more low back, and then Friday we'll touch on some neck stuff. If you're really in need of neck stuff tonight, I actually did stuff, what's today? Today's Wednesday, I did it on Sunday night. So if you check out the Facebook group or my YouTube channel, you can find at least some neck stuff in the meantime. So we are going to take our strap, and I'm actually gonna we're gonna spend a lot of time directly with the ball on our belly tonight. So if you're able to expose your skin a little bit more, it's gonna be helpful. So you're gonna take your strap, we're going on the bottom of the rib cage. You can be sitting however is comfortable. And we're just gonna check in with our breath here tonight. So you're gonna breathe into every part of this strap. So you wanna make sure you don't have it too tight. And we're just gonna take some really nice, deep breaths. So you're gonna keep breathing. Make sure whatever position you're in, that you're not being tucked here. This is gonna be really hard to get an efficient breath. So if you have to sit on something to get your back into a good position, you can do that. So as you're breathing, let's try to only breathe on the right side of the strap. So you're getting the front right side, the right side, and then the right side of your back. And we're checking in what feels tight, what feels restricted. One more on that side. And then let's switch over to that left side. So left side in the front, side, and then back. I'm gonna take a few more deep breaths here. So the reason we're diving into this is a lot of lower back issues are because we don't access or use the back side of our diaphragm very well. And so that area gets really tight on our spine. So we're gonna open it up through that tonight. So check in, see how that feels. We're gonna touch base with that at the end of the evening. So you're gonna grab your ball. If you don't have a softer ball, you're gonna take your towel and roll it up and kind of mush it into a ball. So we're gonna start on our side, and you want your full belly exposed here. And I'm gonna lay with I like to have my bottom leg straight and my top knee bent a little bit. And I'm just gonna literally let my belly completely relax on the ball. If you cannot hang out on the floor like this, we can be up at the wall, and you're just gonna lean as much as you can so that you can relax your belly into the ball. And you're still gonna try to have your skin connected with the ball. So we're taking some breaths, allowing your body to be okay with a ball being shoved into that area. And if any of this at any point forces you to not breathe well, you're just gonna go back to the one we did prior. Okay, so we're staying on the right side, and I want you guys to add a little bit of a twist too. So I'm going to, if you have the Coregeous ball, what it does is this beautiful gripping of the skin. So you're gonna feel a little bit of tugging. I'm not moving my lower body, just moving my upper body back and forth. Scoot down this way a little bit. So I'm kind of twisting. I can lift up a little bit. So we're working that outer layer of our belly. If you imagine all your organs covered in saran wrap and then placed into a Ziploc bag. I don't know why that visual always makes me laugh, but we're working that Ziploc bag. And what's really cool is it's important to move, especially in regards to our lower back, but it also has a lot of immune cells in it. So we can help boost our immune system just by rolling this outer layer. So hopefully you guys are feeling that tug. I'm actually gonna keep the ball here, get a kiss from my dog. Yes. And then I'm gonna twist, stay back, twist away from the camera. So I'm laying on my right side, I'm rotating towards my right. The ball is still staying on the side, but I'm twisting a little bit. So as you're doing this, you're exploring, feeling different tugs. And then we'll come back to center. And then what I want you to do is I'm gonna scoot up this way so you can see it on Instagram here. So I have this bottom leg straight. We're gonna stay relaxed on the ball here, but I'm actually gonna bend my bottom knee. So what this is doing is it's tensioning the connective tissue on the whole front side of my body. So I'm gonna relax here, keep that back leg bent. I'm gonna lift up here so you can see that. Back leg bent and still relaxing on the ball. And you'll notice there's gonna be a little bit of a different tension under that area. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and straighten that leg. We're gonna come on up. We're gonna switch to the other side. Okay. There's oftentimes when I'm rolling on the ground, she likes to get frisky and start humping me. So I'm hoping, yep, go lay down. No, go lay down. Okay, so we're on the other side. We are relaxing on the ball. And remember, we're taking that time to allow your body to accept this ball. And you'll see how relaxed my belly is on here. So really let everything go. And check in and see what you feel that was different from the other side. Go. So once you feel settled, we can add a little bit of that twisting, kind of gently back and forth here. She's feeling real frisky tonight. So as I rotate, I get a little bit more on my rib cage. That's okay. And then I'm gonna rotate a little bit more to the left. Get a little bit more of that tug. And then we'll come back to the side and we're gonna keep that bottom leg back that way and then bend that knee. So winding up that hip flexor. This side I can feel a lot more tension up in here on this left side, which is what we want. We want to create different areas of tension to work through. So as I feel that, I can roll back a little bit. Can even slide that leg back a little bit more. Okay, so now we're actually gonna go right in the center. If the center ends up being too intense, please just go back to one of the sides and I'll kind of cue you halfway to switch sides. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right in the center. So usually what I like to do here is actually rest my head on my hands to really allow my body to let the ball in. And then once my body has let the ball in, I'm checking in, how's my breath? Am I still able to breathe well? I'm gonna come up onto my forearms and still keep that belly nice and relaxed. And I'm gonna add some slow twisting here. So everyone is gonna be feeling something different as they're working this area. It may be really intense, it may just feel really good. If it's really intense and continues to get more intense, we just go back to that side position. So one of my favorites here for helping to lengthen the front side to take pressure off the back is being able to push up here. So I've got most of my weight here in my hands and I'm getting a really nice stretch on that Ziploc bag part of my abdomen. So I can twist a little bit side to side. I'm not cranking on anything in my lower back. I'm just using my arms here. A little bit more side to side. Okay, now we're gonna come up and you're gonna lay on your back with the ball right below your dimples. So laying here, ball is right underneath my hips. So you can have your arms up at the side. I'm gonna tee out here so I can get them out of the camera. And what we're gonna do here is we are going to do a little bit of movement side to side. And then what I want you guys to try here is you're gonna straighten one leg. As long as this doesn't pinch in your lower back or hurt, I'm gonna keep the other one bent. And we're getting this nice stretch here on the front of your hip. You can rock that foot a little bit side to side to get different parts of that hip flexor. And then let's switch to the other side. Rock that foot a little bit side to side. And then go ahead and bend that other knee back up. And we're gonna slide the ball up between your shoulder blades. So you can roll off to your side and slide it up. You can also just roll your body down. Come this way. And then here what we're gonna do is we're just gonna try to open up our upper back to take pressure off of our lower back. So I'm here, I'm trying to do that 360-degree breath. Same thing here, nothing should be pinching in your lower back. It should just feel really good opening up that chest. You can add a little movement in your knees side to side, kind of like a windshield wiper move. I think I could stay here all night if I could. Maybe I will after. Should feel really, really good. Okay, let's come on off of the ball. We're gonna do a little bit of a stretch here in the abdomen. So this one, Jill Miller is where I learned it, and it is an amazing way to use your diaphragm to start to create some space in here. So I'm gonna walk you through it and we'll spend some time just letting you kind of get a feel for it because it is a new position. So what you're gonna do is you are going to take a deep inhale into your belly and your chest, and then you're going to exhale all your air out, and you're gonna hold the exhale. So your belly's gonna be a little bit kind of sucked in this way, keeping your muscles nice and soft, and you're gonna try to pull your rib cage away from your pubic bone. Now, the first few times I did this, I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So if that's you tonight, that is fine. You can lay here and just kind of practice your belly breathing, but this is what it's gonna look like. So deep breath in, big exhale. And then pull apart. So you should feel this nice lengthening of your pelvis and rib cage away. I can feel it stretching a lot in my lower back. And then you can inhale. So make sure you're not getting lightheaded with this breathing, but we're going to take another deep breath in. Exhale. And then pull away. So the hardest thing for me with this one is it feels like I'm activating my core. So that's why I just kind of have my hands here, wiggle it out a little bit if I feel like this is activating. So let's try one more of those. It's nice to imagine a string pulling you along the ground, kind of lengthening you from both ends. And then go ahead and relax. It should feel pretty good once you can kind of get a hang for that. So this is another one that we're going to use the breath. So with this one, you are going to, on the inhale, you're going to take a nice deep inhale and lift your arms up overhead. I'm going to exhale fully, and I'm going to hold my breath as I peel my spine back, trying to hit each vertebrae on the ground, and then back down. Okay, so big inhale. Exhale completely. Hold your breath and peel. my lower back is a little stiff, so I can feel it kind of just plop down right at the end, but that's what we're working on, is trying to get that peel sensation as we lower down. So let's do that one more time. Big inhale. Exhale. And then peel. There we go. Got the spine all warmed up. So we can come on up, and you're gonna grab your towel. So gonna do a little bit of lower back relief through the pelvic floor now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure this is nice and tightly wrapped up here. My aunt actually made this beautiful blanket. So we're gonna be sitting with our legs out to the side like this. So it's key here, again, just like I was talking about in the beginning, to have a good spine position. So if I have to be seated on a pillow, something like that, when I do this, it's actually, I changed my mind. We're not gonna sit on a pillow because we need to have the towel underneath us. What you're gonna do instead is you're gonna have your back up against a surface. So a wall, a couch, something like that, that will help hold your upper body up. So you're gonna take your towel or blanket, and we are sitting directly on this, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your feet just as wide as you can comfortably, okay? We don't need a lot of tension in here. You do wanna feel a stretch, but nothing crazy. And what we're doing is there's a lot of muscles on the bottom of your pelvic floor. So it's basically rectal opening to your ureter, your urethral opening. So we're working that whole front or whole bottom area. So as I'm here, I'm sitting stretched forward. I can have my hands here for balance. I can have them back here, whatever is a little bit more comfortable. And we're just gonna do that 360-degree breath. You can grab your strap if that helps you. I've got quite a bit going on here, so I'm gonna do it without the strap, but we're gonna take some nice deep breaths here. So as you're doing that breath, you're also allowing that pelvic floor to fall down into the towel. And as we settle into this position, you may be able to bring your legs a little bit wider. You can do that. Get a little bit of movement on the towel. We can tuck under, we can rock forward, just kind of go back and forth on that area. Most people have not worked this area before, so it can be super sensitive. That's why we always start with a towel. You can do this with a ball, but the towel is just a very gentle way to work in here. So we're gonna add a little bit of movement into our legs here. So if you watch this foot here, you're gonna rock in and then out. So here's where you may need your hands most likely behind you. That's gonna keep you from shifting anywhere. So this is helping to loosen up that hip joint. Up and back and forth. If you have your toes pulled up towards you, that's gonna intensify it a little bit more. It's gonna work a little bit more your nervous system. kind of tensioning some of the flossing that we were doing with the shoulder stuff. Let's switch to the other side so you won't see this foot. You'll see my big toe. I'm just rocking side to side. And you want to feel that rocking coming from up here. Go ahead and pull your toes up if you haven't yet. Okay, go ahead and relax. We're gonna go back to that position, but I want you to take the towel out. So now you're just gonna be on the ground. You can stay on your surface that you were on to keep your back nice and straight. And I just want you guys to feel that rocking in your legs a little bit more here without the towel. So let's go back to the right leg. And then let's do a few with that left side. Perfect. And then let's bring your hands in front of you if you can. And I just want you to lean forward, sometimes grabbing onto the calf muscle or you don't want to push on your knee joint, so maybe inside of your thigh will help kind of keep you upright so we're not just folding forward here. Check back in with your breath. And then we're going to bring your right leg in and just get a little bit of stretch in your lower back here. So you're going to take your whatever leg is straight out. I've got my left one here. I'm going to have this hand on the ground and I'm just going to reach up and over. So I'm reaching towards that left side and then I'm going to sweep down to maybe the outside of my knee, outside of the calf. And just breathe into, most likely you're going to be feeling this in your lower back on that right side. Doesn't matter where you land. It's okay if this knee is really elevated. You can grab that towel and slide it under if it's a little bit too intense. And then go ahead and come back out of that. We are going to switch to the opposite side. It's amazing how she goes from little horn dog and now she's just completely passed out. Okay, right leg that's straight. This hand out to the side and lifting up and over. Nice big stretch. You want to start with that first, and then we're going to twist to the outside of this leg. Remember, you can slide this under if you need. And just breathe into that left side. And then go ahead and come back up. So let's just finish by grabbing your strap. And let's check in and see if you can feel a difference. So whatever starting position you were in, I'm gonna have this strap here and just take a couple deep breaths. Try a little bit on that right side. A little bit on the left. I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know about you guys. Feels awesome. All right. So we've got our lower backs loosened, our organs have been moved, our pelvic floor is nice and open. Your parasympathetic system is turned on, that rest and digest. So hopefully you guys can just chill tonight, relax. I'm having a computer-free evening, which I'm super excited about. But thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys Friday morning, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard. We're going to be doing some neck stuff, but there's still room for requests if you have anything else. Hope you guys have a good evening, and I will see you then.